Hello, everybody, and welcome to Quarantine Couples. Thanks for starting off your weeknights with us here. So how this show works, if you've been here once or nonce or 1,000 times, what happens is I have two couples and they're going to answer questions about each other for points. What I'm going to do is I am going to have one person from each couple go off screen, and then I'm going to have the other one answer a series of questions about their partner to see if they can get into their heads and get some points. And then what's going to happen is that other person is going to come back in the room. They're going to answer the exact same set of questions, and then each matching answer is a point. After doing this for 2 rounds, the team with the most points wins. Yeah, we got Brian here today. He's on tech.
Oh, hello, I'm right here.
And Brian gets to do the fun part of the show where if you are watching in the comments, you can go ahead and put in the comments any questions you might want to ask the contestants. And each round I will pick one question from the audience and then it'll be answered on the show.
Also, funny that you mentioned that. Beck is here and I just shared her comment. And what do I have right here? Look at this. Beck stopped by the Sacramento Comedy Spot with a huge bag of cotton candy. This is just 2 of the, I don't even know how many packages are in there. I left it in my backpack all weekend and forgot they were in there. And now I am going to make sure that I eat them all week. But I will bring some home because I was told to by Beck. So thank you for these. I'll give these out to Comedy Spot community members as they come through. And so if you haven't been around the Comedy Spot, come by and pick up some cotton candy.
And I'll take some home too, Brian, so you don't have to eat them all.
Fair enough. I might have some during the show.
Gonna do you a favor.
Jalapeno peach. So I don't know what it's gonna taste like, but I'm super excited.
I'm guessing jalapenos and peaches.
Okay, you stop it. Mocha latte flavor.
That's more my jam.
The audience is saying we're getting a little feedback. Do you want to introduce our guests and then we'll talk to them really quick?
Yeah, so we have two great pairs today. So our first couple is Robert and Linda.
Oh, well, they're over there. There they are. See?
There we go.
Hi.
How's it going?
Tell us a little bit about yourselves, or Brian's going to go away now.
I'm Robert, and this is my wife, Linda, and this May will be our 28th wedding anniversary, but we've actually been going out for about 30 years now. So, yeah, it gets better every year, and it's been pretty nice being quarantined with this one here. We're surprisingly not sick of each other. We found if we just drink nonstop and binge watch shows, the time flies by.
Doesn't hurt that your office is in the backyard.
Okay, and our second couple today, we have Vanessa and Jorge. Please tell us about yourselves.
Hello. You and me.
Go ahead.
Now I'm in a hot seat. All right. Vanessa and I, how many years have we been together? Like 9, 10 years?
Yeah.
We counted it. I guess technically high school sweetheart. We met in high school, but she likes to tell me that. We got married in 2014, so we've been married for 6 years now, going on 7. And yeah, it's
Fun. Yeah. Quarantine. We have a little bit at home, so we can't do as much of the drinking, but we
yeah.
get through it.
We have a 3-year-old that may or may not make a cameo appearance on this show.
Okay.
Oh,
fair.
yay!
Robert and Linda, do you have a 3-year-old that might make a cameo appearance on this show?
Nope, they're locked in the basement.
That's great.
I was setting you up to say, nope, they're all like older and won't say, and you're like, nope, they're in the basement.
Our kids are ready to have 3-year-olds almost. They're all
Not that old. We do have a
21 and 24.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so what's going to happen is for this first round, I am going to have Linda and Jorge go off camera, and we're going to ask questions of Robert and Vanessa. And every week I'm like, did I remember to say on air the thing I said off air and not confuse people?
Hi, Vanessa.
Hi.
Okay, so what's going to happen is I'm going to ask you 4 questions, and for each question, you'll go ahead and write down on whatever writing utensil you have in front of you, and then you'll go ahead and show us your answer once you got it. Okay, so question number 1. Between the 2 of you, who is more likely to plan a surprise for someone? So you go ahead and write down either your name or your partner's name for who's more likely to plan a surprise.
And just so the 2 of you know, we are still getting a little bit of feedback. It's like canceling out the sound, which means there's some ambient sound or like your speakers turned up too loud. So just to let you know, we might have to go and switch to some earphones or headphones at some point. So,
Is it a little better for me now?
what's that?
I just turned my volume down. Does that help much?
Maybe turn it down. Yeah, let's see if that helps out, and we'll keep going. I'm going to keep monitoring it and see how's it going. Actually, yeah, the volume down did help out a little bit, so I appreciate it,
All right.
Robert. Sorry to mess up the flow of the show. What was your question again, Dana?
I'll do what I can for show business.
I appreciate it, yeah.
So again, the question is, between the 2 of you, who is more likely to plan a surprise for someone? Okay, so Robert, do you have an answer?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. She totally, that's her thing. So she, it's a surprise if I remember to have a party, but yeah, she'll plan that kind of stuff out.
Nice. And Vanessa? Okay, nice.
Definitely him.
Okay, so question number 2. What is your pair's favorite childhood movie? We had this question pop up a few times in the comments, so I thought, let's bring it on into the show.
What our partner's favorite childhood movie is?
Yeah, so what would be Linda or Jorge's favorite childhood movie?
That's a good question.
Am I muted? Yeah, I am. Okay. I'm not really not saying anything, so that's fine. But okay, I'm gonna go back on mute. I'm just afraid I'm gonna make some sort of weird noise while you guys are doing something.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I'm muting.
So Vanessa, do you have an answer?
I do. It's, I don't know, Finding Nemo.
Okay.
He likes that movie a lot. I remember him talking about it, how much he liked it. So that's my guess.
Okay. And Robert?
I love how your childhood movie when I was still in my 40s. Fuck you. I'm going with this, Princess Bride. I don't think she was quite a child yet, but she didn't watch much when she was a kid.
Okay.
Kind of had that log cabin upbringing. So,
Okay.
yes.
So question.
Well, I'm going to get in trouble with these questions.
Well, you know, if you don't get it right, you learn something, and learning is important.
Sure.
So question number 3 is the multiple choice question of the round. And so I'm going to read these options a couple times so that you get the full experience of them. Okay, so which of the following idioms best represents your partner? Are they A, the best thing since sliced bread? B, there's a method to their madness? C, you can't judge a book by its cover? Or D, actions speak louder than words? So again, which idiom best represents your partner? Are they A, the best thing since sliced bread? B, there's a method to their madness? C, you can't judge a book by its cover? Or D, actions speak louder than words? Okay, whenever you have an answer, Robert.
I would say B, a method to the madness. There's a lot of madness there, but definitely a method under it.
Nice.
Why not? Ooh, yeah.
And Vanessa?
All right. I'll go with A.
Okay.
because I don't know, he just has a lot of energy, the yin to my yang, so to speak. So I don't know.
But I wanted to say, everybody, if you need a favor from Vanessa or George, they're totally free next Wednesday and Thursday.
Oh no.
According to the calendar behind them.
Oh, Wednesday.
That's not creepy.
That's a
I know when you're coming home tomorrow.
Okay.
I do want to do. I want to have an update on the on this here. It's very delicious. This is the peach and jalapeno.
Does it have any like spicy kick to it?
It does. You didn't think it would. I'm not really a fan of peach most times. Very delicious. And I may or may not have a lot on my fingers, which
Great.
I didn't plan ahead. So.
You gotta lick it off.
Yeah, I have computer equipment, Robert. I'm gonna leave stickiness all over the place. I'll figure it
Well,
out.
if you touch your computer with it on your hands, it's gonna be weird.
yeah, I know.
Like that keyboard's never been sticky before. Come on.
You gross, Robert.
So speaking of touching the keyboards with sticky hands, we're gonna go to the audience now and see if you have any questions.
Good thing I still have one unsticky finger available to be able to go through the comments. It's this one, whatever this one is. Is that your ring finger?
Yes.
Oh, that's why I couldn't identify it. All right, here we go. Well, if your partner, now this is not the questions that Dana's gonna choose which one she likes best.
Yeah, so Brian's gonna go ahead and read a few, and then I'll pick one and let you two know which one I pick.
So if your partner had to access a time machine, where would they visit if they had access to a time machine? Where would they visit? If your partner had to choose between breakfast, lunch, or dinner, who would win in a fight to the death? That is a Evan question. What snack do they buy at the movie theater? Oh, that's fun. That's good. What song does your partner know every single word to and has to sing out loud when it's played? Fly the Navigator was Mandy's movie from when she was a kid. That's a good
That's a good one.
Who is more likely to fall asleep driving?
Patrick!
What food does your partner hate the most? Tomatoes. Who is the most likely to be late for an appointment? Those are good questions. Good job, everybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go with this one. What is the food that your partner hates the most?
Ooh, that's good. Robert's face looks confident.
Hard going on over there.
Yeah. Oh, no.
All right.
Okay.
What do you got, Robert?
I mean, I think she likes it, but she's legitimately gluten intolerant, so it's kind of like her kryptonite also. So I'll say bread.
Fair.
Okay. And Vanessa?
All right, I'm gonna have to go with actually. And I have to go with baby corn.
Baby corn.
Okay.
That's a good one. I
Yeah.
hate baby corn.
Oh, I love baby corn.
It doesn't even taste like corn. It tastes like root. It tastes like
Have you ever
dirt.
had? You ever gone to those black market produce stands and get fetal corn? That's pretty good.
Stop it. Very good, Robert.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get the other two back on camera and ask them the same questions and see if we can score some points.
All right, hey Linda, come on over. Come on through.
George.
Beck says she loves baby corn. I don't know.
It's fun. I like to put it on salads.
Yeah. Well, we shouldn't talk about it, right?
That's true.
Sorry.
I do notice from a couple times doing this myself that like when you're coming in, you're so like, I gotta get situated that you don't notice what's going on.
So you don't really listen, you don't
Yeah.
really tune in. Yeah, that's good because
There's a little bit of buffer.
I've probably ruined it a million times so far.
That's the fun of the show.
Am I not supposed to know what those are?
No.
All right,
I didn't read them.
everybody's back in the game.
Okay, so we're now gonna ask you two that just came back the same questions that we asked Robert and Vanessa and see if you can match for points. So first question, between the two of you, who is more likely to plan a surprise for someone? So it's gonna be either you or your partner. So Linda, you say you?
Me.
And what did Robert say?
Linda.
Yeah. What a surprise. Ding.
Okay.
He's trying to point. But everyone's initial reaction is always to go in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, nice.
yeah, it was good.
Okay. Jorge?
My only hesitation is that I couldn't pull off a surprise party because I tell her beforehand, but I'm definitely more likely to do it.
Okay, what did Vanessa say?
Yeah,
Yeah!
nice. Very
1
good.
point on the
That's
board.
me.
Good opening question.
Nice. Okay. So question number 2. What is your favorite childhood movie?
It's not my favorite childhood movie, but I remember seeing Bambi in the movie theater. I don't have a favorite childhood movie because we didn't get to watch much TV, but my favorite movie that I got to watch with my kids was A Princess Bride.
Is that your final answer?
I don't know if it counts because it's not my childhood movie.
Yeah, that
But yeah.
counts. Okay, and Robert, what did you say? Nope, that's not the right one. Yeah.
They were saying the name when I was a kid.
Why?
I haven't seen that other
you
movie.
You didn't watch movies when you were a kid because your parents were like in a cult.
My dad worked for the cable company, and they wouldn't let us watch TV.
You know what's the worst part of Linda's upbringing is they would just put all the kids on the couch and be like, watch this bread. And just for hours, they would just watch bread.
Brian!
So they were very sheltered. This is one of my funniest stories of her being a kid. Like they had, like her parents were much older than the average parents of her friends, you know? So like they would listen to Benny Goodman and like old time, stuff like that. And one day, this like K-Tel record hits of the 70s was in their backyard. Like somebody just threw it over their fence and it was like a gift to her and her brother so they could hear some modern music. That was the only way they got exposed to something new.
So I bought my own radio.
Yeah.
That was great, yep.
Nice. Okay.
Oh, I got a point for them. Perfect.
Yep.
And then same question.
Yep. I'm assuming there was a kid
right.
coming in to say hi.
Let's see. I was always a fan of sourdough as a kid, but sorry. I was older. I was a teenager when I enjoyed this movie, but I'm gonna say The Rundown. This movie with The Rock.
Okay, what did Vanessa say?
I said Finding Nemo.
Oh, yeah. I like that movie as a young kid. Yeah, it's true. I like a lot.
I don't know if
She
I was
knows
a
me
kid.
better than I know myself. She's correct. I'm not.
I don't think that's how it works though.
We got a point.
It's all that matters. Yeah, you're
Right.
on board. You're good.
And like I said earlier, if you don't get it right, then you're learning something, and that's beautiful too.
I am learning something about myself.
Okay, so question number 3 is the multiple choice question of the round. So I'm going to read these options a couple times so that you can get them all in your brain. So which of the following idioms best represents you? Are you A, the best thing since sliced bread? B, there's a method to your madness? C, you can't judge a book by its cover? Or D, actions speak louder than words? So again, which of the following idioms best represents you? Are you A, best thing since sliced bread? B, there's a method to your madness? C, you can't judge a book by its cover? Or D, actions speak louder than words?
Is this me?
Yep.
All right. I think the method to your madness.
Then what did Robert say? Yay!
Madness. That's right.
And of course, I would have said, you're right.
Yeah, there's a method to it for sure.
Okay, and Jorge?
Don't put yourself in trouble now.
Did Brian disappear? What happened?
I disappeared. I'm back.
He pops in and out.
All right. I'm gonna go with the same answer. Method to the madness.
And what did Vanessa say?
That's surprising.
That's
Learning
sweet.
more.
About your eyes that you got it wrong.
I always like to purposely say there's a madness to my method because I feel like I'm naturally organized, but then there's a little chaos in there. Okay, so the final question of the round came from the audience. Brian's fingers aren't sticky anymore, hopefully.
I disappeared and look, no more sticky fingers. So we're fine. We're good.
Okay, and the question that came from the audience is, what food do you hate the most?
Okay.
Me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't hate much of any bread. I mean, any food, but I can't eat bread. But I don't hate any food. What? I'm misspeaking.
Princess Bride. Bread, of course.
Well, that's obvious. Can't eat it.
No,
Can't eat it.
But I don't
It's
care.
like the forbidden breadfruit.
I'm going to make the hard decision for Dana and say that since you held that up earlier, we can't give you the points, so you're still
Yeah,
up
because I
front.
did see it, but it's still the obvious choice.
Yeah.
And then we
I'll
joked
take
about it a
the-
bunch.
You're so comfortably ahead. I'll take the L on that.
Oh, man.
We need another 10 minutes.
Okay.
Oops, wrong.
Oh, it's the same question.
Yeah.
Without a doubt, baby corns. Those little baby corns. Those things are nasty. I hate those.
And what did Vanessa say?
Those are nasty.
Baby
Yeah.
Good job.
Why do you hate baby corn?
Because they're gross.
Because they're
Well,
gross.
you brought it up. I know that's one food I don't like.
Do they grow
I
in
have
tiny
a
little
whole,
stalks like this big?
I have a
Those
whole,
little tiny cornfields?
Wait, go ahead.
Yep.
I have a whole traumatizing moment where we went to go eat somewhere and I got baby corns on my plate and my mom made me eat all of it and we were at the table for 2 hours because she forced me to eat it forever. It was a whole trauma.
No, those are the worst when adults make you eat food that you don't want. That's horrible.
Yep.
I think
I
baby
went to a
corn.
baby corn maze and it was so easy to get out of. Look,
It took you 5 seconds.
it was not much of a challenge.
You know what's really funny is I still go. You know when you could go to buffets and you could get a salad at a buffet. I still would get the baby corn every time, but then every time I'd put it in my mouth and be like, "Wow, it's so gross!" It just tastes like dirt.
you.
Oh, I love. I make salads at home, and I will buy cans of baby corn and make salad at home.
Can't do it.
That's literally my anecdote. Was at a Golden Corral. I did it, and my mom was like, "No, this time you're gonna eat them."
Yeah, but you don't remember because you don't have baby corn all the time, and then it sneaks
Because
up
you got
on you.
all of the food.
And they're so cute, and you're just like, oh, aren't
Yeah.
they cute and tiny? But they don't taste like
They don't
regular
taste like
corn.
Corn tastes gross. Yeah, I'm 100% with you. Yeah, I got you back on this.
I
Okay.
feel validated.
Yeah, you're not the only one out there. I'm definitely got your back.
You hear that,
Okay, so
Mom?
after
You hear that, Mom? Sorry, that was funny.
so after our first round, we are 3-2. So it's a very close game. There are more questions than either of you have points in the second round, so it's anybody's game. So now this time we're going to send Robert and Vanessa out of the room and ask Linda and Jorge some questions and see if we can score some more points. Okay.
What was that?
And as always, our contestants out of the room are on their honor not to listen.
They have to go out of the house to not listen, and it's cold outside.
Oh no. Okay, so question number 1 of the round. Oh, and what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and write down your answer on your writing device, and then you'll show it to us and also tell us, give us a little backstory if you feel like it. Okay, so question number 1. Between the two of you, who is most likely to wait until the fuel indicator is low to fill up on gas? And this question came from Beck a couple weeks ago. I'm like, yes, that's going in there. So you're going to go ahead and write down either your name or your partner's name of who's going to fill up the gas tank when it's really low.
Am I supposed to show you?
Yep. Okay, Linda, looks like you're ready.
This is one of my pet peeves. I won't let my tank get below half a tank. And he'll use my car, or my son will use my car, and I'll get it, and it's like down at a quarter of a tank, and it just enrages me.
Yeah,
They always run it all the way down. So, not a funny story, but a real story.
It also messes up the fuel pump. You're not supposed to do that. So you obviously know my answer too.
I'm with you.
See, I'm in their boat. I'm like, as long as I have more than 10 miles on the little indicator where it tells you how many miles you can drive till you run out, like as long as it's over 10, I'm good.
Solid.
No, this is
But then if there's a natural disaster, you're one of the people waiting at the gas station to get gas before you get out of town.
Never thought of it like that.
and again, I can't stress this enough. I am a father. It will ruin your fuel pump.
Okay. Is that one of the parts in the car?
Yes. It's the part that takes the gasoline out of the car and puts it in the engine.
See, I need somebody else's dad to tell me about cars. Okay.
Oh, man.
Okay, so question number 2. Where is your partner's favorite place to go for special occasions?
This is so bad. I'm forgetting the name of the restaurant.
Sorry?
I'm forgetting the name of the restaurant. There's a restaurant that we love that's usually our go-to for special occasions. It's on 24th Street in East Sacramento.
Well,
I'm
if you-
gonna remember it in a minute.
And if you can't remember it, you can at least like write that down, and like if he says that, you're like, that's it. I'll trust you. Hold you on your honor.
But there's another one though. Oh, this is bad. For a really special occasion, it's Taste up in Plymouth.
No.
Just to prove I wrote it down.
Okay.
It's a great restaurant. Highly recommended.
Okay.
Mine is Dairy Queen. She loves ice cream, and I don't know if it's special occasions. If it's like tonight's the night we need Dairy Queen. That's a special occasion enough. So
Nice. What's your go-to
she might
Dairy
not
Queen
want me
treat?
to say that, though.
Like, what do you like? What do you guys like at the Dairy Queen?
I don't know. She gets something different every time. I'll just get a sundae.
Nice. I'm a big
But
fan.
she might not want me to tell you that, so I might be in trouble.
So question number 3 is the multiple choice question. And I took this one and I tweaked a little bit from Dennis. I think it was from Dennis a couple weeks ago, but I thought this was too fun not to do it. Okay, so which of the following Dungeons and Dragons classes best represents your partner's personality? Are they a barbarian, strong and resilient, B, a rogue, skillful and cunning, C, a wizard, scholarly and wise, or D, a bard, charismatic and versatile? So again, which of the following D&D classes best represents your partner's personality? Are they a barbarian, strong and resilient, B, a rogue, skillful and cunning, C, a wizard, scholarly and wise, D, a bard, charismatic and versatile? And if you actually play D&D and you're like, this makes no sense, I'm like, I Googled it for just long enough to get some adjectives. Okay, Linda?
Yeah, when you said D&D, I was like, oh no, I'm clueless. I've never, what? But you described it well, so I can handle that.
You don't have to know anything about D&D, just know words.
Yes.
Okay.
A bard.
Okay. Jorge?
I'm gonna go with Rogue. She has no idea either, but I'm gonna go with Rogue.
Nice. Okay, and our final question of the round is going to come from the audience, and what's going to happen is Brian is going to read me several questions that the audience pitches, and then I am going to write them down, and then I'll let you two know which one I pick.
First question is, who is most like their parents? Let's see. Who takes the longest showers is another question. That's all the questions so far, but now that I have scrolled all the way up, people will be putting questions down at the bottom. So, who leaves the dishes in the sink? Anybody else have a question? Go ahead and put it in the comments.
I'm wondering if the behavior that helps you not fill up the gas tank is the same sort of thing that has you leave the dishes in the
Leave
sink.
the dishes in the sink?
Like, is that the same?
Maybe. Probably. I don't know.
I mean,
No, because that's
I can't speak to that.
I mean, because I do both. So.
Yeah, they match then. You're good. Yeah.
I mean, that's not good because I'm going to be like, hey, I'm single and I don't fill up my car and I don't do the dishes.
But that's why you're going to end up meeting somebody that does do those things.
Yes.
That's how it works out.
Okay, so any more last minute as I'm filling in with?
What is their biggest bucket list activity?
Okay.
I think that's about it, though. That took a while to come in.
Bucket. Okay, I like that one. Let's go with that one. That one's a fun one. What would be their biggest bucket list activity?
A trip to New Orleans.
Oh, fun.
New Orleans, I should say. Or Nolans. I've been multiple times and he's never been.
Oh, fun.
So we'll get there eventually. Once we can all be around people again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I just put like a trip to Europe?
Yeah, whatever you think that she would say.
Or can I put like, I know it's either Greece or Egypt. Can I say trip to Greece or Egypt?
Sure. I mean, if she gets close, if she gets it exactly right, we get a point. If she gets close, we do have points and close enoughs and. The open-ended questions are always a little harder, so we're always a lot more lenient with the points there.
Right. That's what I'm going with then.
Okay.
Studied to be an anthropologist at one point in her bachelor's, so she still likes that stuff.
Cool.
So she's probably willing to do that.
That's awesome.
What was the final answer? I didn't hear.
Final
Mine?
answer? Yeah.
Trip to Greece or Egypt.
Got it.
Nice.
There I am. There we go. Okay, perfect.
Brian, do you want to take a trip to space? Is that yours?
Yeah, that would be great. I would be totally down with that. I donated to St. Jude's Hospital just so I could have the opportunity to maybe be selected to go on that mission where they're taking four civilians up. So I don't think I got picked. I think they told who was going, or I didn't answer my phone. One of the two. So
Okay, so let's go ahead and get the other two back on and score some more points.
nice.
Vanessa!
Gotta get in here.
I always like the side chat that's going on besides like what's happening in the show. Like some people were like, like what's the fuel pump? And they're like, it's an expensive part of the car. That's all you need. And then somebody was like, Dairy Queen? Are those still around? Not that it has anything to do with the show. I just.
Hey, everybody.
Hey,
Score's
Brian.
still the same.
Okay, so welcome back. So we're going to do, just like we did last time, I'm going to ask you the same questions. And if you get a match, you score some points. Okay, so question number 1. Between the two of you, who is most likely to wait until the fuel indicator is low to get gas in the car?
And poker face.
Robert, it looks like you have an answer.
It's definitely me. I mean, we literally can have 3/4 of a tank left. She's like, oh, we gotta go to the gas station before we write the score. And so yeah, it's definitely. I mean, I'll use every last vapor or fume before I fill up if I can. I feel like that's cheap. So yeah, it's I will run it empty.
Okay. Linda, what did you say?
Did I answer that right? Yeah. Bread.
Yes.
Nice.
You got it. Of course. Wasn't a question.
Yeah.
Okay, Vanessa?
All right. I know I used to be really good at filling up the tank, but I'm still gonna have to say he waits to the last minute.
Oh, and what did you say?
Damn, someone's in trouble tonight.
I mean, I don't have to ever stop and get gas on my way to work. You can't make it to work the next day. I gotta get gas. Also, it misses the fuel pump. You're not supposed to do that. Expensive part of the car.
Okay, question number 2. Where is your favorite place to go for special occasions?
Well, the bedroom's probably not a special experience. Not to tell any tales. Lately, we really love Cannon. It's this wonderful restaurant in East Sacramento. It's got a Michelin award and some of the best tasting food. I'd say Cannon.
Except I couldn't remember the name, and so I put taste.
Oh, that would be our second choice. Yeah, that's like our go-to romantic faraway place to go.
Our restaurants?
It's actually, go a ways.
They have a dish there called mushroom cigars. And it's these mushrooms in phyllo dough standing up in a pool of gravy.
It's amazing.
That's awesome.
So now we finished our commercials for 2 restaurants.
I know. Good plugs.
Okay, Vanessa?
All right. Well, I think lately we've been going to Monterey for vacation, but as far as special, I don't know. I'm terrible at this stuff. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're fine. This is great.
Yeah, for special occasions. Just like stone face. It's very
Yeah, he's-
crazy.
I love how you could just use George's eyes.
Can't read me.
He's trying not to smile, and then you get a little bit of a grin.
It's like I'm trying to read. To a restaurant. You go to restaurants sometimes. No, nothing. It's not gonna be nothing.
I'm gonna have to lock in an answer.
All right, I'll say. I don't know. Monterey was fine. That's the last special occasion we did, but we go different places. So. That's my answer.
I am not good at this game. That was a lot of special occasion. Every week's a special occasion.
Oh. Okay, so our third question of the round is our multiple choice question. So I'm going to read these a couple times. Which of the following Dungeons and Dragons classes best represents your personality? Are you A, a barbarian, strong and resilient, B, a rogue, skillful and cunning, C, a wizard, scholarly and wise, or D, a bard, charismatic and versatile? So again, which of the following Dungeons and Dragons classes best represents your personality? Are you A, a barbarian, strong and resilient, B, a rogue, skillful and cunning, C, a wizard, scholarly and wise, or D, a bard, charismatic and versatile?
Well, I think you could probably argue a little bit of most of those to some degree, but I think because I sing so much around the house and love karaoke, I'm hoping bard maybe?
And what do we get? That's a match.
Yes. That's 5 points now.
Okay, Vanessa?
Probably maybe call me a wizard. Rogue.
A rogue.
Okay. Thank you.
That's a compliment.
Aw.
That is a compliment.
Thank you.
It is a compliment.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Cut you off there. Okay, so our last question of the round comes from the audience. And their question is, what is your biggest bucket list activity? So what is it on your bucket list that you want to do the most?
Wow. What's the one thing I want to do the most before I die? Gosh, I've done so many things. The thing I wanted most in life was to marry this woman here. So you can cross that off my bucket list. It's been a bucket of joy for 30 years.
Aww.
Try again.
But I'd say, aside from that, go to New Orleans. I've been wanting to go. No,
I knew it. He's wanted to go since I met him.
I want to live in the swamp. I want one of those shacks, like with like you know the beginning of Pirates of the Caribbean when that little slow part and the banjo's playing. And there's that little shack there. Like I want to live in that shack for the rest of my life. That's my dream.
As soon as you said Shaq, I was like, you mean like in Pirates of the Caribbean?
Like Brian's face was like, oh my God, yes, and he's shaking his head like, I can't turn on the camera.
I've spent hundreds of dollars on fake firefly lights in my yard in the last 10 years. Just like, I love that stuff.
That's so cute.
Didn't I leave for a trip to New Orleans like a month after we met?
Yeah.
Okay, Vanessa, and what is at the top of your number one bucket list item?
What would you like to do? Bucket list.
A lot of things. Like a big thing?
Get more hat.
I don't know.
I can't show you.
I don't know. Go on a trip or something?
Sorry,
Can I show you now?
can you repeat that? You're a little quiet.
I said go on a trip.
to anywhere in particular?
Anywhere. We're quarantined anywhere.
You think that counts? Do you think that counts?
I mean, I'm giving points. I don't care.
Yeah, sure, you can have half a point for that.
There's an or in there.
That's great.
You got one right at 5.
Okay.
That was a double pointer, right?
That's why you got a full point.
Allow it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's the end of our show. Those are all our questions. You all did really great. It was super fun, and you were all sweet and adorable.
Yes.
I enjoyed this very much. Unfortunately, there are points, and so Vanessa and Jorge, you guys got a very commendable 3 points, and we're very sweet and adorable. And our winners today are Robert and Linda with 6 points.
Hey.
Good job, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you, you too.
We're all winners if you think about it.
Yep.
We've been together for 30 years, you guys will nail it.
We'll get 3 more points then.
Yeah. Well, that's the end.
Odds are against you lasting that long.
Robert Berry.
I mean, statistically, I mean,
God, Zeus.
Statistically not doing good for you right now.
If you do the math, if they're
married forever, no trouble at all.
if you do the math, if they're 1/3 of your time, if you times it by 3, they'd have 9 points. So.
Oh, so they would have
There
beat
you
you.
go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
That is
The
true.
probability just went up a little
Yeah,
bit.
that is true.
Yes.
That is way true.
Okay, well, we've come to the end of the show, so I just want to say thank you, everybody, for being on the show today. This was super fun, and you guys were all great. So I hope that you had a good time. And thank you, Brian, as always, for doing the tech and the questions.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed the cotton candy. It looks delicious.
I finished one bag. See? There's no cotton candy in this bag. But I'm going to put weed in it now because it looks like a big weed bag.
Yeah.
I love
Aw.
comedy. Just comedy in general. Oh, Spot. Okay. I miss you guys a lot. I'm looking forward to when we can be out, at least outside again here pretty soon, and then hopefully fully open and moving along by the end of the year.
And thank you, everybody in the audience, for watching and pitching your questions, some of which I definitely stole today for these ones. And thank you, as always, everybody, for supporting and being here, and hopefully you have a good rest of your Monday.
Thank you, everybody.
night.
Bye.
Thank you for